Good morning, everyone. Happy Thursday. I'm so excited because today we are going to learn about chickens and chicks and how they are born and how they'll grow up and how they'll live. So I am first going to read you a story. This is called Farmyard Friend Chickens. I'm going to read you this story and then we're going to do a fun little activity to go along with it. So I'm going to show you what we need before we start our story, and then we will get started. So you are going to need this paper that Miss Meisch sent to you, and you're going to print it out because we're going to do some cutting and gluing and coloring with it, okay? And then you're going to need some glue to glue it on our paper. You're going to need your scissors, and then this is my colored paper that I'm going to glue all the pictures on. And then you'll need some crayons. I have all of our crayons down here. So why don't you grab all those things if you haven't, and then we will get started, okay? Alrighty, so now that you've grabbed everything, we can start reading our story about Farmyard Friend Chickens. So we're gonna learn all different things about chickens today, and then we'll go to the part that talks about a life cycle of a chicken. So it says, what are chickens? Chickens are birds. Like all birds, chickens have feathers, beaks, and they lay eggs. Chickens have wings, but they're not very good at flying. Farmers clip some of their wing feathers to stop chickens flying away from the farm. So chickens can't fly. They get their wings a little bit cut, just like the story said, so they can't fly away from the farm. Farmers do that. It says a chicken's mouth is called a beak. Can you see the beak? This is a piece of flesh on top of a chicken's head that looks like a crown. It is called a comb. So this fun little thing on top of their head, little spiky hair, is called a comb. So now we're on to our next page. It's called Chickens on the Farm. Chickens are kept on farms all over the world. There are hundreds of different types of breeds or types of chickens. So a breed is a type of chicken. There's different types of chickens. They don't all look the same. Chickens measure about 12 to 16 inches from their feet to the top of their head. So they're very tiny. They're not as big as us. They're only a couple inches. They're not that big. That's about as tall as a large box of cereal. So if you have a box of cereal at your house, you can pull it out and put it up on your table, and it would probably be about the same size as the cereal you would eat at home. Chickens lived in the wild until people began keeping chickens for food. Now there are more chickens in the world than people. There's a lot more chickens in the world than there are people. Right here, you see a little chicken? Most chickens are kept for their meat or for their eggs. See all those little chickens down at the farm? Where do chickens live? Does anyone know what type of house or what it's called that a chicken lives in? Anyone know? If you do, you could say it. Most chickens live on poultry farms. A poultry farm keeps only birds such as chickens and turkeys. So a turkey's another type of bird. Chickens spend the night in the barns. The floors of barns are covered in straw, and there are perches for the chickens to sleep on. So they have little things to sleep on in their house, little houses on the farm. During the day, the chickens wander around the barnyard in the fresh air. So when the sun is shining, the hens go outside. And if it rains, then they go back inside, just kind of like us. They don't want to get all wet. Can you see that? There's all these chickens living on the farm. What do chickens eat? Does anyone know what they eat? Let's see. It says chickens do not have any teeth, so they don't have teeth like us to chew on things. So they have to eat small pieces of food. They swallow this food whole. Farmers leave out water and feeders for the chickens. Feeders are full of chicken feed, which is made of grains such as wheat and barley. So the stuff that chickens eat are kind of like what we find in maybe bread, like the bread that we eat for a sandwich, which is wheat and barley. That's what they eat, the little seeds. When chickens go outside, they scratch the ground with their claws. They look for worms, insects, and small seeds to eat. So they also eat worms, insects, little seeds that they would find in the ground. There he is trying to find one. Okay, so this is what we're learning about right now. We're going to do our craft on. So put those listening ears on because we are going to start reading. This is the life cycle of a chicken. Hens start to lay eggs when they are about 5 months old. They can lay up to 300 eggs in 1 year. That is a lot of eggs. A chick starts life as an egg inside its mother. So here's step 1. Here's the mama hen, and she has her eggs down here. So that's step 1. They start with their mama, and then it says after the egg has been laid, so the mama laid the eggs, the mother has to keep it warm. Hens lay their eggs inside nests. They sit on the eggs to keep them warm. Here's step 2. Can you see? It starts to come out. So step 1, step 2. About 3 weeks later, the chicks are ready to hatch out. So there they are. They've hatched out of their egg. They started as an egg, and then they hatched out. You see that, friends? Once the chick's feathers have dried, they become fluffy. See, this is what we think as a little chick, right? Have you ever seen one? They're super duper cute. The chicks grow into adults in a few months and the life cycle begins again. So this is the chick when it was a baby, and then this is what it looks like when it's all grown up. So remember, it starts off as an egg down here with the mama hen, and then it goes and it cheep, 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 it comes out of its egg, and see, it's still wet from inside its egg, so it cracks out of its egg, and then it goes to a cute little chick that we all know what they look like. They're super duper cute. And then it goes to a big mama hen again. And it just keeps going and going, and that's how all the chickens are made. Isn't that pretty cool? So we have a couple more pages and then we will do our fun activity. Why do we farm chickens? Poultry farms collect the eggs. They keep them in a place called a hatchery. So here's a farmer with all of the eggs, and then they keep them there. Hatcheries are warm places where eggs can hatch into chicks. A few days after they have hatched, the chicks are sorted into 2 different groups. Some chicks will become layers. These chickens will lay eggs to be eaten, or eggs that will become chicks. So there's 2 different types of eggs. There's an egg area that will become chicks again and become a big mama hen. Or there's eggs that we eat. Maybe you have some in your fridge at home, or the ones that you buy at the grocery store. So there's 2 different types of eggs, and the farmers will choose which eggs go where. Let's see. Daily life on the farm. Chickens live in groups called flocks. So a group of chicken is called a flock. Can you say flock? Every few weeks, farm inspectors check that the chickens are being kept well and healthy. So they have to make sure that they're nice and healthy. And if not, then they'll take care of them and get them all better. Some poultry farms let their chickens roam outside. They let them have fun outside and walk in the grass. They are called free-range eggs or chickens, and they lay free-range eggs. Free-range chickens are able to walk around and look for food. At night, they return to their barns or small houses called coops to sleep. So there they are. That's called a coop. Remember how we saw that on another page? This is just a little different one. Okay, our last page of the story. This is called From the Farm to the Table. So from the farm, it comes to our table where we eat our food. Farmers keep hens so that they can sell their eggs. Some farmers sell their chickens as food too. Eggs are put into egg cartons. These eggs are sent to stores and supermarkets. Have you ever gone with mommy or daddy to the store and you see a carton of eggs? Well, that's because of these hens. They laid their eggs and farmers put them so they could sell them at the store. Eggs can also be used to make other foods such as cakes and cookies. Have you ever made maybe a cake or a cookie and it asks to put eggs in there? So you have to use eggs as an ingredient to make your cake or cookies. Let's see. Eggs cartons hold eggs into place so they don't move around and break. Some chicken meat is packed and sold fresh or frozen in stores at supermarkets. So chickens are very important because they give us a couple things for us to eat at home. Okay, friends, so that is our story. And so I'm going to go back to our life cycle story, or part of the story, and we're going to do our paper about the life cycle of a chicken. So remember, it starts off as an egg right here. It cracks open and is this little newborn baby chick. And then it lives its life as a little chick, and then it goes back to a mama hen. They all grow up. Okay, so why don't you get all of your stuff and we are going to do our craft. Alrighty, friends, so now we finished our story and we're going to start our activity. So Miss Meisch already cut out the pieces of paper from our activity paper. So we have one side that was the numbers and then one side that is the pictures. And so we're gonna match the different steps of a life cycle of a chicken. So I want you to put numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4 on the paper. You're gonna glue it just like I am. So why don't we do that really quick? Make sure you put the numbers in order. Here's 1. Glue that on there. Comes after 1, 2, right? Okay, so here's the 2. Make sure you put enough glue so it sticks on there. 2. Okay, what comes after 2? 3, right? 3. Here's my 3. And 4. There's only 4 steps to it. Okay, so now, oops, there's 4. Now that we've got all of our steps on there, now we need to remember what comes first. So let me open to our story there it is. So what was our first step? What's the first step of the life cycle of a chicken? They're right down here. What's the first part? The mama lays on top of them. The egg, right? Okay, so look at your pictures and find the one where it's just an egg. Is this the one? Nope. How about this? We're looking for just the egg. So there is an egg in this one, but it's not just the egg. The chick has come out. That's not that one. Oh, there it is. So we're looking for just the egg. It starts off as an egg. It has to live inside its egg. So we're gonna find number 1, point to number 1, and we're gonna put the chicken, just the egg right here for step 1. Not the chicken, the egg, friends. So step 1, or the first part of the life cycle of a chicken, is an egg. And Miss Meisch is gonna just draw an arrow. Okay. So step 1, or the first part, is the egg, okay? And let's see what the second part is. So after it's being laid on, or it's being laid as an egg, it comes out of its egg. It's called a hatchling. Can you say hatchling? So the hatchling is where it opens up the egg and comes out and lives life outside of the egg. So let's find our one where the chick is coming out of the egg. So is it this one? Is the chick coming out of the egg? No. What about this one? Yep, it's this one, huh? So you see the little chicks coming out of the egg. It's called a hatchling. So we're gonna put glue in. We're gonna find number 2 and we're gonna put it right by the 2. So you're finding the one that has the egg and the little chick coming out of it, just like this, okay? I'm gonna put this right here. And then I'm gonna draw another arrow. You don't have to draw an arrow, but just so I know where it goes. Okay, That was the second step of a life cycle of a chicken. So let's go to step 3. Step 3 is when it comes to the cute little fluffy chick right here. So now you're going to be looking for, on your pictures, the cute little fluffy chick. Is it this one? No, that's the hen. That's what it becomes once it grows up. Here's the cute little chick. Okay, so you're going to glue this for number 3. So find number 3 and put your finger across, and we're going to put it right there. So put some glue on there. Okay, so this is for step 3 of a life cycle of a chicken. I'm going to draw my arrow. Okay, so step 3 was it becomes a chicken. What's our last and final step? You should only have one more picture left. It becomes a hen. It grows up and becomes a hen or a rooster. There it is. So put some glue on there. Okay, friends. There it is. It grows up just like us. We all were once little babies, and then we grow up and we become adults. And that's what happens here too. So I'm going to draw my last arrow. And there it is. So let's go over. I'll pull it closer. Let's go over, and then after you can color, and I'll color it too. The first part of the life cycle of a chicken is an egg. A mama hen lays its egg. Our second part is it comes out of its egg. It's called a hatchling. Remember, the chick comes out of its egg and it lives its life outside of the egg. Our third part of the life cycle of a chicken is when it's in the chick stage. It's a little chick, the cute little fluffy chick stage. And then our last part of the life cycle of a chicken is when it grows up to be an adult chicken called a hen or a rooster. Good job, my friends. Wasn't that fun to put together? So now that we've put everything together, we get to color it. So that's what your crayons are for. So we're gonna color it, and I'm gonna do it too. Alrighty, friends, great job today learning about the life cycle of a chicken. Here's Miss Meisch's. I colored it up. And great job coloring and cutting and gluing to learn about the life cycle of a chicken. Alrighty, friends, I will talk to you soon. Have a wonderful day. Bye, my friends.